Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning and happy Monday. Oh my gosh, let's get it. Let's get motivated yet for another week. I don't know about you, but I am ready. I'm excited about all the great things that are in store this week. All right. So, hey, when you chime in, let me know that you're here. Go ahead. I see those hearts. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Pacola. I see those hearts. Let's get in here. Let's get motivated. Go ahead. Give me a heart. Love. Share it with a friend. Invite a friend to watch Motivational Monday with you. Love, share, motivate a friend. Hey, Starlet. Good morning. Good morning. I love y'all. Good morning, April. Good morning. You all, I missed last week and I'm so sorry, but thank you for being patient. I see all those hearts. Let's get motivated. Good morning, Shanda. Good morning. Thank y'all for being patient last week. Listen, my husband needed me and I believe that home is first. Good morning, Lady Stacy. I see y'all. I see y'all. Good morning. Good morning, Sorwer Ebony Hodge from Las Vegas. Y'all are in here. Let's get it. Let's get motivated this morning. Again, before I get started, let me tell you, thank you for being patient last week. Good morning, Tanya, Lady Tanya. Thank you for being patient last week. My husband needed me, and I believe that home is first, regardless of everything that you have going on, all right? And so perhaps I'll do a Motivational Monday on that, the word home, because I believe that you should take care of home. Good morning, Crystal. I can hear you in your voice. Hey, First Lady, all right? I believe that you should take care of home, all right? Let me tell you, all these other things really don't matter, but it is our responsibility to take care of those things that are assigned to us, and that starts at home. Your first ministry, your first assignment, your first duty, it is at home. And so while I know what I've been called to do, I know that my first calling is to take care of my home. So once again, thank you all so much for being patient last week and allowing me to miss Motivational Monday. But why don't you look at somebody that's around you and say, she's back. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm back. So let's get it. Good morning, Judy. I see y'all chiming in. Hey, y'all, let's get it. Motivational Monday this morning. Good morning, Roseanne Roberts. Good morning. Los Angeles is in the house. All right. Good morning, y'all. I'm loving it. Listen, good morning, Chantel. Chicago in the house. All right. Hey, listen, this is on my heart this week, and this is what we're going to talk about for Motivational Monday. So quick, go ahead, grab your pen, grab your paper, so that we can have some informational tools as far as we develop as the leaders that we are. I want to talk about how to make the proper exit. Good morning, Dominique. I'm telling y'all, California is in the house. I love y'all. Y'all getting up early for Motivational Monday because it's 8 o'clock there. All right. Hey, all right. So listen, I want to talk about how to make a proper exit. How to make a proper exit. And so our word today for the phenomenal and awesome and empowering leaders that connect with Motivational Monday, our word today is exit. All right. EXIT. So you all go ahead and type that for me. Exit. I see y'all typing. She's back. Yes, I'm back. All right. In my Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. I am back. Let's get it. Let's get motivated. Let's love. Let's share. Let's motivate a friend. I'm loving all the people that I meet who say, you know what? I look forward to Motivational Monday every Monday, and I'm having dialogue with my coworkers and dialogue with my family. Listen, have dialogue. Let's help somebody else become the awesome leaders that they are. All right. So again, our topic today is how to make the proper exit. All right. Listen, in life, there are so many opportunities that are available to us. And sometimes we can get caught and operating in a good mode, okay? In a good mode. And then sometimes there are situations where you just want to get out of it and you want to get out of it quick, right? And so whether you're in a good thing and you feel that it's time for you to depart, or whether you're in a not so good situation and you feel like it's time for you to depart. Good morning. I see Phoenix in the house, Supervisor Sandra Taylor. All right. And you feel like it's time for you to depart. depart. I want to give you just some principles to make sure that you make the proper exit. The proper exit. This is it's just so important, all right? Because let me tell you, how you leave is how you will be received. Let me repeat that. I haven't even started, all right? But here we go. How you leave is how you will be received. What are you saying? Understand that your reputation goes before you. And so how you leave one situation and go to another situation, it will predict, it will determine on how you are received. Why do you think employers have on applications? Are we able to contact your previous employer? They want to know about you. They want to know, did you just quit? Did you just leave things undone? Did you leave things in turmoil? They want to know your history before you get to your present. All right. So listen, we have to make sure that we make the proper exit. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Let's love it. Let's share it. Let's motivate a friend. Hey, as we talk about that word exit today, all right? That word exit. As we talk about exit, our word E, the letter E, the letter E. Here it is. Make sure your departure isn't emotional. Emotional. That's our E, okay? Make sure your departure is not emotional. It isn't emotional, all right? Make sure your departure isn't emotional, because too oftentimes do we make emotional decisions, all right? And we have to make sure that your departure is not emotional. All right. Let me tell you how you know your departure is emotional. When you start off with, I feel. All right. I wanted to share this book with you all. I'm reading this book. It's called Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office. All right. And it's by Dr. Lois Frankel. And I'm telling you, this book is so good, especially for my ladies. Go ahead and order it. It's a great book. She's given us principles and tools on how to present ourselves in corporate America, on how to present ourselves even as entrepreneurs, because sometimes we can make decisions that are emotional. And so, and just for my ladies, but this is applicable to male and females, to make sure that our departure is not emotional. But specifically women, we can be a little more emotional than men. And we'll start off our assertion with, I feel that it's time for me to go. I feel that it's time for this relationship to be over. I feel that it's time for me to move, from this job. Let me tell you, that is the first indicator that your departure is emotional. All right. Not I feel. In her book, Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office, she gives a tool, and she says, she gives this tool. She says, instead of saying I feel, just say what you're going to do. All right. So let me give you an example. I feel that it's time for me to move from this place. You don't have to say I feel. Whoever you're talking to, just say, at this point in time, at this juncture in my life, it is time to transition from what I'm in to what I know I've been called to for this season. No apologies. My exit is not emotional, but my exit is absolute and is certain, because I know where I'm supposed to be in this moment, in this hour, and in this season. All right. I see y'all hearting it out. Let's get it. All right. I see male and female hearting it out as we talk about how to depart, how to properly exit. All right. How to properly exit. That's our title, our topic this morning, how to properly exit. And that E, again, you have to make sure that your departure is not emotional, because emotions will get you in a situation that you never wanted to be in the first place. But here's what you have to do. You have to be in tune with your emotions. There is a practice called emotional intelligence. If y'all missed that Motivational Monday on emotional intelligence, visit my YouTube channel, Google it, find it. Listen, it will help you. Emotional intelligence. It simply means being in tune with how you feel and being in tune with how your current emotions influence your decision and your behaviors. And so when you are in tune with how you feel, then you pause and you hesitate and you make sure that whatever decisions or whatever behaviors that you put forth at that moment is absent of your emotions. All right. But make sure that your departure, make sure that your exit, make sure that your behavior is predicated on a sound decision and informed decision. All right, that is key. Informed decision. So again, we're talking about how to make the proper exit. I see y'all hearts. Let's get it. Love, share, motivated friend. You've been trying to move from one place to another. You don't know how to do it. Hey, here it is. All right. Again, our word is exit. That E. Make sure that your departure is not emotional. All right. Our E is emotional. Here's that X. Here's that X. Of course, I struggle with the word for X. All right. But here's that X as we talk about exit. Here's that X. X-ray, your departure plan. There it is. All right. There's that X. X-ray, your departure plan. What are you saying, Lawanne? Once you have a plan and once you decide that it's time for you to leave, then and how you're going to leave, then don't do it right away. All right. Don't do things right when you write it down or right when you have it in your mind, but give some space between the time that you devise the plan and the time that you execute your plan of exit. All right. What happens when you x-ray things a little bit closer? You're able to analyze it. You're able to see the good in it. You're able to see the bad in it. Okay. I tell everybody, this little thing, this tongue, you gotta watch it. You have to control it. All right. Because you can say some things that you didn't intend to say. And so my husband and I, we have a practice when we feel that our emotions are kind of in a situation, we just won't say anything, because it's never my intention to hurt my husband. It's never his intention to hurt me. And so when emotions are involved, if you don't x-ray your words, if you do not x-ray your plan of execution, you will end up doing something and saying something that you will regret. And so, yes, you have a plan of exit. Yes, it's time for you to leave. Yes, it's time for you to move on. But once you have your plan, don't execute right away. All right. But take some time. Look at it. All right. And when you look at it and when you x-ray it a little bit deeper, you'll say, you know what? I need to take that part out. You know what? I need to add a little bit of this. I need to do this before I depart so that my departure is correct. All right. So again, x-ray your departure plan. I see y'all type and talk about I'm working on it. All right. Yes. Listen, don't ever be put in a box because of people. But when you know that it's time for you to move to something else, then you develop your exit plan. All right. You develop your exit plan. So again, that X is to x-ray your exit plan or your plan of departure. I see y'all hearting it out. Let's review it real quick. All right. As we talk about that proper exit from one place to another, that E, again, make sure your departure is not emotional. That X, x-ray your departure plan. Hey, let me throw this in before we move to our next point. As we talk about x-ray your departure plan, remember I said to give yourself space between the time that you decide to do a thing and the time that you execute a thing. In my book, Let It Out, if you don't have it, get it. I promise you, I've been getting so many powerful testimonies, all right? In my book, Let It Out, I talk about transitioning from it to it, all right? From one major it to another major it. And here's the analogy that I give. When you are driving a stick shift or a manual car, right, where you have to move from one gear to another, what do you do when you're driving and you hear that engine revving? That engine revving tells you that it's time for you to shift gears. But you just cannot shift gears while you're driving. No, what do you have to do? You have to put your foot on the clutch. Oh my gosh. You have to put your foot on the clutch before you shift gears. That's the same when it comes to our life. When you hear the engine of your life revving and saying, you know what? It's time to get out of here. It's time for me to do something different. It's time for me to connect with different people, different atmosphere, different environment. All right. You don't just shift to the next gear, whether you're shifting up or you're shifting down, but you have to pause, push the clutch in your life. All right. You have to pause, put your foot on the clutch before you shift gears, and putting your foot on the clutch allows you time to think about your next move. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I see y'all hearting it. All right. Listen again. I talk about that real good in my book, Let It Out. All right. So again, that chapter is called Transition from It to It. Let's get it. Let's keep talking about how to make that proper exit. All right, here it is. That I, you all ready as you're typing? Here it is. That I initiate a conversation. Oh my gosh. Okay, write that down. That I is initiate a conversation. All right. Hey, I see you, Darius, typing. I see you. All right. That I initiate a conversation. Listen, let me tell you, email and text message and all of these wonderful means of communication, they have almost made some of us cowards. And yes, I said it. Some of us have become cowards because we hide behind impersonal modes of communication. Let me tell you, when you have relationship with someone, whether it is on your job, whether it is your church, whether it's a friendship, or whatever level of relationship, you owe that person a conversation. I was just talking to my husband last night. You know, he's been pastoring longer than I've been walking by his side and pastoring, and I'm still developing in this area. Yes, I mean, truth and honest. All right, because I have a hard time when people take up our time and we counsel you through your divorces. We come and we bury your loved ones, and we come and we don't charge you, but my husband marries you and we're there for you. Okay, nobody has a problem with you shifting from one point to another, but the problem incurs when you don't initiate a conversation. All right, initiate a conversation and let your leader know what is getting ready to come. If you are the leader, you don't want anybody just detaching from you, and you spent your time, you spent your energy, and they've impeded on your heart. Initiate a conversation. Let me tell you, don't just send an email talking about to your supervisor, just informing them as of tomorrow I won't be here. Let me tell you how that'll work out for you. Okay, if you ever need a recommendation, guess who's not going to give you a good recommendation? That's that previous supervisor, because you didn't exit right. But if you initiate a conversation, a logical leader is able to hear your heart. A logical leader is able to hear your rationale, and they will release you, and they will bless you, and they will promote you. And so don't be a coward. Don't hide behind text message. Don't hide behind email. I tell everybody, if I'm getting ready to make a move, I'm going to have a conversation with you, and I'm going to have an eye-to-eye contact. Grandmother always said that if you don't look at me in my eye, then you must be telling a lie. Oh my gosh, that's Mother Winnie Johnson. All right, listen, you have to initiate a conversation. And so here's what I do. I'll give you all just a tool that I practice when I know that I have to have a hard conversation with someone. You know what I do? I practice that conversation. I get in the mirror and I mentally write down my points of conversation so that my conversation is not all over the place. But what I don't do is just leave a post and not have a conversation with the person. All right. So again, that I initiate a conversation. I see y'all hearting it out. Yes. Thank you, Lucretia, for inviting Kimberly. I see her comment. All right. Hey, y'all, let's get it. How to make a proper exit. Again, let's review that. We're almost done. That E in exit. Make sure that your departure is not emotional. That X-ray your plan of departure. Okay? X-ray your plan of departure. That I initiate a conversation. Initiate a conversation before you submit. Oh gosh, before you submit just a leave of departure via email or text. All right, initiate a conversation. All right, here we go. That last one, y'all ready for that T and exit? All right, that last one, that T. Make sure that the timing is right. That T is timing. All right, make sure that the timing is right. Let me tell you, awesome and phenomenal leaders, do not quit in the middle of the battle. But if you have to transition and if it's time for you to move, then you quit when the battle is won. All right. There's an old adage that says you don't quit while things are just in an upheaval, but you wait until things kind of calm down. Let me tell you, what that does is test the durability of your leadership, right? So you don't just quit when people are working against you. You don't just quit when people are talking about you. You don't just quit when you feel that there are adverse energies coming against you. No, you don't just quit, but you stand still and you say, you know what lesson am I supposed to learn in this? And let me tell you, when you depart, it goes back to that E, making sure it's not emotional. When you depart, you make sure that the timing is right. And when the timing is right, you have learned everything from that situation, and that situation has learned everything about you that they needed to know. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I remember when I was working in California in law enforcement, I won't say his name, but there was a supervisor who all out had it out for me, right? And I always knew that I would not be in law enforcement for the rest of my life. I did 15 years of it. I loved it. And I knew at some point that God was going to transition me out of it. I didn't know that my transition would be because of marriage and moving California to North Carolina. But what are you saying, Lawanne? If I had quit when that supervisor was coming against me, if I had quit when my supervisor was just trying to just find little things because he knew that I professed the name of Jesus and he could not understand how I got everything done on my job, and yet and still people were aware of my busy life outside of work, right? And so he didn't find anything, thank God, because I wasn't doing anything that I should not have been doing, all right? But what are you trying to say? In that situation, when I look back on it, if I would have quit in the middle of that storm, I wouldn't be as strong as I am right now. I can take some pressure now from people in authority because that situation taught me that you don't leave in the middle of the battle, but you leave when the battle was won. And so now that battle was won. And so when I go back and reconnect with supervisors and coworkers on my old job, I have a good name, all right? I love my coworkers. I still have lunch with many of them when I go home to California, all right? So what are you trying to say? Make sure that the timing is right. Don't let anybody or anything push you from a place that you know you're supposed to be in right now. But make sure that when you leave, the timing is right. That T is timing. The timing is right. I see y'all hurting it out. I see y'all loving. I see y'all sharing. I see y'all motivating friend. Come on, Sonia. I see you, girl. All right. I see you, Crystal in Arizona. Let's review that. Hey, if y'all enjoyed it, heart it out while I get your motivational read. We're almost done, but let me review it as we take that proper exit. Y'all ready? I see those hearts. Yeah, you all ready? That exit. Make sure that E, make sure that your departure is not emotional, all right? That X, X-ray your departure plan. Once you have it, X-ray your departure plan. I see all these hearts. Go get it, get it, get it, all right? That I, initiate a conversation. Initiate a conversation. And that T, when you leave, make sure that the timing is right, all right? Hey, y'all, here's your motivational read. Write it down. Read it this month, this week as we talk about how to make that proper exit. Here's your motivational read. It's in Matthew, the 20th chapter, 17 through 19. I'm only going to read 17 for you, all right? Matthew, the 20th chapter. Write that down so if anyone sees it, they know exactly where it is, all right? Matthew, the 20th chapter, and the 17th through the 19th verse. The 17th verse says like this: and Jesus was going up to Jerusalem. Here's what he did. He took his 12 disciples aside privately and told them what was getting ready to happen. Oh my gosh. Listen, Jesus is the best example of any leadership style ever, all right? I'm aware of all these leadership styles that we have in the field of leadership. But look, Jesus in Matthew 20, he had developed relationship with his disciples. He had spent time with his disciples. His disciples depended on him in the natural. And he knew that there was a shift that was getting ready to come. He knew that destiny was calling his name. And so what did he do? In Matthew the 20th chapter, the 17th verse, the Bible says that Jesus took his disciples to the side privately, and he had a conversation. He initiated a conversation with his disciples to let them know what was getting ready to come. And here's the part that I like about it. He says, look, I'm getting ready to make my exit, but don't worry. Let me tell you what should happen in light of my exit. That's good leadership right there. All right. Again, if you are departing, if if you are exiting, initiate a conversation with the people around you, with people that you report to. Let them know that, hey, I'm getting ready to leave in a month. Hey, I'm getting ready to leave in 2 weeks. But don't worry, because what I was doing, I've trained someone else to do, and there will be no lack, all right, in the functionality of the job, all right? I see y'all hearted out. I love y'all so much. That's your motivational read. Let's review that one more time. Y'all say it with me. That exit, how to make a proper exit. That E, what is it? Make sure that your departure is not emotional. That X, make sure that you x-ray your plan of departure. That I, initiate a conversation with your superior, all right? That T, make sure that the timing is right. I love y'all. All of us have seasons where we have to make that exit, but let's make sure that our exit is proper. Hey, let's connect, because as always, the leader in me anticipates connecting with the leader in you. Visit my website, www.leadershipdevelopme.com. Once again, that's www.leadershipdevelopme.com. There's so many leadership tools on there for you and paraphernalia to just empower the leader in you. And listen, I'm telling you, I never take it lightly when I have the opportunity to connect with a leader such as you. I love y'all. I'll see you next week. The Lord says the same, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love, share, motivate a friend, and let's all make sure that we execute the proper exit plan. I love y'all. Bye-bye for now. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
There's a leader inside of you, waiting to guide people to life, health, strength, and wealth. Why wait? Don't delay. Connect with LDM today. Life, health, strength, and wealth. Leadership development.